Throughout history, cabinet makers have sized their mortises and their tenons according to the tools they had on hand. For example, a mortise would be chopped as wide as the mortising chisel that they had, and then the tenon would just be cut to fit inside. So there aren't any absolute laws governing mortise and tenon joint design, but there are some general guidelines that seem to make the most successful joints. And as much as your tooling makes it possible, you should try to follow them. This drawing illustrates it. The thickness of the mortise, A, should be about 1/3 the thickness of the workpiece, E. So you would just select a chisel or a Forstner bit or a router bit, whatever you're going to use, that's as close to that size as possible. The width of the mortise depends on your tenon stock. B should be no wider than 2/3 of F, the width of the board. Generally speaking, the longer the tenon is, the stronger it will be, but we're often limited by the workpieces we're using. So a good rule of thumb is for the tenon's length, C, to be about 5 times its width, A. If there isn't enough room for such a long tenon in the mating workpiece, cut your mortise 2/3 as deep as D, the workpiece's depth, and trim the tenon to fit. Again, these are just general guidelines. How far you choose to stray from them depends largely on what you're building. Longer tenons inside deeper mortises will better resist the racking forces encountered by tables and chairs and even cabinet doors. Thicker tenons may be stronger, but they reduce the thickness on the walls on either side of the mortise, weakening the joint there. So the trick is to find the right balance of strength between the mortise half of the joint and the tenon that it goes inside while working with the tools that you have on hand. Digital tools make woodworking easier and more precise, and they aren't as expensive as they used to be, at least not at the Craftsman Gallery. They have a full range of eye-gauging digital tools for every type of woodworking task, and by supporting them, you're also supporting us. So please use the link below this video to check them out today. Wait, don't go yet. If you're new here, please subscribe and remember to ring the bell. I would really appreciate that. Give us a thumbs up, or better yet, leave us a comment. I always read them. And be sure to check out the latest issue of Stumpy Nubs Woodworking Journal. It's always packed with tips, tricks, and tutorials designed to make you a better woodworker.